Vibes Radio is fostering women-centered discourse.
Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, the rest of the world.
Offering women a platform to be candid.
All of your life, you've been planning for a pandemic.
Share ideas and information relevant to our wholesome development.
My main concern was always for the people.
Join Jael Joseph and Trudy Christian on Woman2Woman every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we discuss live and in living color on Digital Channel 57, Facebook, and of course, the champion station, Vibes Radio.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's up?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Monday.
Girl, let me tell you.
Jail just don't start. Jail just don't start. It's happy Monday.
Monday. Rough.
Oh gosh.
Rough. Mondays are always rough.
Oh gosh.
They're always great. Put the strength in the strength emoji. Put that in the comments, guys. Mondays are rough.
Flex your muscles if you are a Monday person. Let us know. Jill, I come at you with so much hype. Happy Monday, and you start with it rough.
You did rough. Say no.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd just follow, with the happy Monday vibes.
Well, and I went to bed so early last night, like in comparison to other nights when I go to bed at like 3 o'clock. It was 12:30 and I was already like clocking out. Right? I'm like, okay, so why do I feel so shy this morning? Hello. It's Monday woes, right? It's Monday woes. Good morning to the folks logging on the radio.
Yeah.
Locking in right now, but you've been with us since the crack of dawn. Good morning. Welcome to the Woman2Woman show.
Yeah, good morning to our listeners. Good morning to our social media crew, our faithful Facebook followers who are logging on. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to our listeners on Digicel Channel 57 and our listeners in Montserrat. Jael, I got word that we also have listeners in St. Lucia. So big up to yourself, big up to you all listening to us from St. Lucia. Good morning, Gail. Good to have you all on and faithful to Woman2Woman.
Morning, Judy. The Posse Massive is locked in. Good morning to you guys. If you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's all you're going to get from me this morning. To you, if you're celebrating your birthday, if today is your love day, your anniversary of whatever, it's been 15 years since you've been with me. Happy to you.
Happy anniversary.
Yes. Today we have an exciting show for you guys. Trudy, how was your weekend though?
My weekend was cool. Remember on Friday we spoke about, you going to your counterfeit beach and me heading out to have a spa day on Saturday. It was good. I went down to Picard. I was kind of disappointed in how dread the area was. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Rosso has been on and popping on the weekends. So I don't know what's going on over there, but it was a little drier than I thought. I was expecting to see a lot more people hanging out. But I didn't get that. Maybe the selfie tours and the tours of the past weekend kind of burned people out. I don't know. But Saturday seemed kind of dread to me. I don't know how Sunday was.
Venturing out and not in Picard, or people probably practicing social distancing and staying at their home.
I don't know. I saw, although there was this big hike to Victoria Falls on the weekend, like 100 and something people made the trek to Victoria Falls. Yeah, I saw pictures. So yeah, maybe people just, exploring the traditional areas and not really heading down to Picard like me. You know, I'm the keeping it safe kind of person. I am hiking nowhere. Is Picard, is beach, is restaurants. That's my vibe.
Yeah,
So,
a few friends of mine actually they did the wilderness thing for the whole weekend. So they were out in the. I'm like, I'm so doing it when I come down. You know, out in the wilderness for the entire weekend.
right.
No internet, no cell phones, none of the above. I know that was interesting, eh? Mhm.
Yeah. So that's for me. Nathalia. I mean, big up to the people that can do it. But
It's so easy to do though. It's like you literally just come off and you're off the grid. I want to be off the grid with y'all. Yes. So
yeah, wants to be off the grid if y'all. I want to always be on the grid. So I'll get something else for me to do, Papa. Jael, this morning they're releasing the results of the grade 6 national assessment.
ready?
Right at 9 o'clock. So yes. So I know a lot of parents out there are on edge right now.
I want to just you tell me that immediately. Oh my god,
Yes.
crazy
Mm-hmm.
already.
Yeah, because they had to speed it up because remember the exam was given so late and then there needs to be registration for high school and all of that stuff. So yeah, results are as we speak, the results are being released. So
Wow, that's
what's
crazy.
going on?
That is crazy. Good morning to you, Kira, out there in New Jersey. Going through the show and the results of the grade. Oh yeah, everybody's waiting for the grade 6. Oh my god, everybody's
Yeah.
waiting for that. It's you said it's supposed to be at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So
Okay. So we're hoping that we get that good deeds, like while we're on the show, like we will pause for the cause. Necessary. So the producers, we just let y'all know, like we want to know. So when it happens, link us up so we can let the folks know. Good morning, Tanisha, out there in St. Lucia. I did not go to my Pontific Beach like I planned originally. Did not make it to that. My friends had other things doing, and I myself wanted to catch up on my schoolwork because this week is my last week of school. Summer school is done for me. I'm gonna drink a big bottle of rum.
Oh my God.
No shame in my game.
Oh.
But, I wanted to just like work on stuff that would have been due, and just get things out of the way. So I decided that I was just gonna stay home. So I literally stayed home throughout the weekend. Did not do anything. I was literally in the house robe for 2 days straight. I kid you not. But we had a tornado warning, and let me tell you, garçon vent, mi vent. Like it was like hurricane outside. Like I sent you the video because I actually like took a video of it. It was hilarious to watch my neighbor though, because she has one of these contraption lines, clotheslines that it's on a pole and opens up like an umbrella.
Yes, yes.
So she has one of those, right? And I guess they're trying to like explore or do like the islands and all of that. So she had all her clothes hung up, and she, let me tell you, she just color code them and whatever. She bored, but she had all of her stuff organized and everything. And when the tornado warning came so quickly, it was like 1 minute it's like bright sunshine, and the next minute you get like an alert, like an emergency alert saying that there's a tornado warning. And I stood up and I was like, what is going on? No, I have a big window, right? So I stood up watching.
So you there vain. You there vain. So Jael, did she lose the clothes? Yes or no?
Let me jump the village yet. My girl's there taking out her, and she's taking out her stuff fast, boy, from the clothesline. She's taking them out fast. And all of a sudden you hear Uncle Lightning. She fly like she fly.
You are not serious.
And I'm inside and I'm dying. She flew up the steps.
Yeah, you are not serious.
She leave panty on the line. She leave jeans on the line. And when the wind starts, you start seeing. You see how my Dominican accent has come out when the wind starts. You start seeing those pants. The pants went from bottom to top. It flipped over and the clothesline closed up and everything. And then when everything, it only lasted, I swear, probably 20 minutes. When everything.
So Jael, so instead for you to offer us, you in your window, they are laughing at the lady. Where?
What would you tell me? You would not have done. So it gets funnier. She sends her husband after it dies down to get the rest of the clothes that was like, because some clothes came off the line and some clothes was mangled up around the thing. She sent him, and you could tell she's directing him. I'm not hearing them, but you could tell she's directing him. He goes down the stairs and his there's like thunder again, and he flies back up. I'm there, and I'm like, where is my camera when I need it? I'm a bad
if you want to have a neighbor, it's not Jael. Kind of neighbor to see you in distress and on the side taking a big kicks. Jael. Oh,
I will take kicks. I will take a kicks. We gotta take a break. Compose myself. Get back to my other accent.
Right.
Okay, so today we
will be back. Make sure you all share the live. Yes, make sure you all share the live because today we have an expert. You hear me, Jael?
I'm hearing you, but it's kind of delayed. Like I seen your mouth moving, and after hearing it.
Oh, okay, so there's a delay. But yeah, today we have a natural hair care and also a skin care expert in the house with us. She's the CEO of Sparkle Creations, and she's gonna be giving us a lot of details on natural hair. We're gonna be consulting with her, right? So make sure you all share the live to get everybody in on the discussion when we come back.
We're coming back right after this. Stay tuned, guys.
Vibes Radio is fostering women-centered discourse.
Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, the rest of the world.
Offering women a platform to be candid.
All of your life, you've been planning for a pandemic.
Share ideas and information relevant to our wholesome development.
My main concern was always for the people.
Join Jael Joseph and Trudy Christian on Woman2Woman every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we discuss live and in living color on Digital Channel 57, Facebook, and of course, the Champion Station. Vibes Radio.
All right, we're back. We're back on your radio. We're back. We're back.
Yes.
We're back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, guys, so sorry about that. But we're back and we're ready to get this party on the road, right?
All right. If you're still on with us, you can still share the live. I know sometimes when the break is a little long, people figure we're not coming back. We're back. So if you're still on, make sure you share that live, so other people can get on the discussion and not miss out. We have our guests ready and waiting, right, Jael? She's ready. Okay. So this morning we have with us Nathasia Airall. She is a Dominican from Sufri. Yeah, we know people like to know where in Dominica our guests are from before we even start. So she's from Sufri, but she resides in Florida, and she's the CEO of Sparkle Creation. And she's into hair and skin. And so, good morning, Nathasia. Good morning.
You hearing us? Okay, we
Good
have.
morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yes, we're
Yes,
hearing
are you guys hearing me? Good morning.
We're hearing you, but there's a little bit of breakups in the line. We're hearing a little bit of breakup in the line. So, all right, I think I can hear you now. I'm hearing your
fine.
movement.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Hearing you,
I
yes.
can hear you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
there's
So we're talking here.
Yeah, we have a little breakup.
Yeah.
Yes, that sometimes happens when there's. I mean, with internet, when you're dealing with internet and connecting and all of that stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? Call Ghostbusters, right? Just gonna talk rolling, and hopefully we get to speak with her, and she can hear. You can let us know if you can hear us. Can you give us a thumbs up, guys? Those of you on the live, on the Woman2Woman page, as well as on the other Facebook page, let us know that you're listening and you can hear everything clearly. If you're having any issues, let us know as well. We'd like to make sure that we resolve the issues. Now, Nathasia, you can hear us okay? Because I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you're talking or if there's a delay. I don't know what's going on. So talk to us. All right.
Yeah. She's delayed and we're not.
Yes, but I'm hearing feedback, so I'm not sure if you guys hearing me.
Okay. Are you
There's a feedback. There's a little delay.
yeah, there is a
Yeah.
delay. Okay. We'll just give you some time to answer and let's just roll. Okay, Trudy, let's just
Yeah.
roll this. She wants to switch over to her other device to see if she can get us on there. Because she's happy with how the connection is. You think in the US that the connection is strong, right? So there's internet issues everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so,
I'm
so
not
Nathasia, we're just gonna out and log back on in terms of getting reconnected on a device that have a little bit more solid connection. But before we get her on back on, we'll start talking to y'all about we've been both going our individual hair journey.
right.
Trudy, when you were like using the phone as your, and you were having, so not the phone, but yeah, the phone as your mirror, and you were trying to fix your edges
Right.
and all that. Tell us a little bit about your journey, Trudy.
What I don't. It's Jael. We the two of us also seem to have a little delay. So to our listening audience, we're working through a bit of technical difficulties because I'm hearing you, Jael, but it's after some delay. So yes, you caught me fixing my edges. So during the COVID quarantine period, somewhere in March, I decided to forfeit relaxers, and I've been relaxing my hair for a long, long time. And I decided, let me try the natural route because I wanted my hair to get stronger and get thicker. I felt like relaxers had really been damaging my hair after all this time. So I jumped on the naturalista train, and I have been trying. And somebody told me, Trudy, if you're going to go natural, just know your hair cannot lie down flat all the time. So when you caught me trying to fix my edges, I remembered what that person told me, and I was like, okay, maybe I should just leave the hair sticking up, I just agree. But I'm like, but everybody's edges are laid. I need to figure out how to lay mine. You know what I mean? So it's a process.
It's matter of getting the right products, because
Yeah.
people message me all the time about my edges, and I'm like, what is the obsession with making sure your edges are? I mean, granted, I know how to lay mine down, and I've gotten the right product that works for my hair type. So even if I were to tell you what it is or what I use, it might not necessarily work for you, because
Right.
we have different textures and different types of hair, right? So
Right.
so everybody it's like trial and error. You have to try and try and try, and it just happened that I found mine.
But
right?
hey, listen to me, Jael. In terms of trial and error, and when Nathasia comes back on, I want to talk about that. When you buy a product and it's an expensive product at that, for me, I try it until it finishes. When it finishes, I will try a different one if I was not satisfied. But hey, I have a jar of edge control thing that I'm using, and even if it works only momentarily, like after about an hour, the edges stick back up. But I'm going to use it until it finishes. That's all.
Now, what do you do when you apply it to your edges? Do you just leave it and you continue doing your stuff?
I put it on and I use my little brush and I, brush it down and everything. I also moisturize it. I also put some water and leave-in conditioner.
Do you tie the
I don't tie it down. No, everybody says
like hello?
This is an interesting thing. Everybody says tie down your hair, tie down your hair. I have very bad headaches. I get very bad headaches. And sometimes what triggers it is when I have too much tension on my hair. So it's like sometimes if I wear like a headband or if I put sunshades on, imagine even that can trigger a headache. Like anything that's putting pressure on my temples right there. So that's why sometimes I'm reluctant, because I know I can tie it down real tight and maybe get nice looking hair, but then I'll get a headache. So I'm like, okay, which one do I aim for? Okay head or
Okay head.
Yeah, so that's the struggle. I mean, I know I can tie it down, but sometimes I don't want to because I don't want my head to start acting up.
Well, my hair, in terms of my edges, I tie my edges down. I have no shame. Like it's doing something that it's not supposed to be doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna like poof it up a bit. Those of you who are on radio, sorry that you guys missed this. But in terms of my edges, I use like a nice silk head wrap, because what I find is that cotton head, anything with cotton or anything else, will it dries out the front of your hair, which
Right.
kind of promotes or kind of forces you to going backwards. So it's
Right,
like
right.
right. So I use a silk head wrap, and I don't feel any tension when I do it.
I
Like
have
I
one
don't.
too. I have one too, but I think I'm just super sensitive. I mean, I need to try different maybe ways of tying it. But I do have one that I use. Sometimes I sleep with it all night long and I'm fine. Other times I put it on and in the middle of the night I have to pull it off, like, okay, my head is acting up. One of our male listeners, this is so funny. One of our male listeners is saying, I can relate. Headbandish trouble. You guys are really freaking me out. From the time we had this natural hair discussion lined up, I said, but Jay, our male listeners might feel a little excluded this morning. But they're right on board. They on board with the discussion, Jael.
They are on board. They are on board. Somebody said my hair have no shame. Listen, my hair does what it wants, and I've learned. I think like because of how we were always raised to feel like we didn't have good hair. Like
Right.
people with the white people had the good hair, and we had the bad hair.
Right.
And that comes from colonization. You know, I guess any way to make you feel bad about yourself, about your color, about your hair, would have worked, and we inherited that. We
Right.
inherited that low hair esteem, right? Um, and we really have low hair
That
esteem.
and that is such an interesting way of putting it. Low hair esteem. I'm going to use that.
We've been trained to have low hair esteem, which is why perms were created, and wigs and all of these different things that we put on our head to cover our
Natural hair.
instead of using things to enhance, we use it to cover or to get rid, right?
Right.
So either we cover it or and it's always a different texture most of the time from what our natural God-given what come out from the bouillon of our scalp is, right?
Right.
So because we were trained that way, we always seem to approach dealing with our hair at the first instant negatively. Boy, I have to deal with that hair again. But
Jill, that's why, like, I mean,
low hair esteem.
deciding to go natural or to go back to your natural hair is really a process of retraining your mind. Because I know people, for instance, who are transitioning or want to transition to their natural hair, and they're covering up their new growth with permed looking weaves and wigs. Like, if you want to go back natural, why are you continuing to make yourself seen with relaxed looking cover-ups? You know what I mean? Like, maybe at least,
Like the lace fronts.
right, maybe at least try something that's like more kinky looking. So at least when you actually do complete your transition, people are not like, or you are not like, because you know it can be a shock. Like all the time you there with that long straight hair flipping, and then you take off that weave and it's like the difference is so great. So I feel like people should embrace the natural hair step by step. You know, it's a process, it's a journey.
We have to get out of that low hair esteem. Like that is the first thing, because you want to go natural, and what you first see coming out of the term, you're like, boy, that's looking well rough. But all them not boys.
Right.
We complaining so much about it. Look, somebody said that they used to watch me bleach my hair. Yes, I used to do this thing. I don't know. I used to do this thing when I had short hair and I bleached it. I did this thing where I go live and bleach my hair and while I drink wine. Yes.
But Jill, you're not easy.
So people, you see, she said she used to watch my live. She used to sit there always watching. Like I used to have like a crew of people who would come on. They would have to guess what color I'm putting next. You know what? It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I don't think I'll ever bleach my hair again. Those days are over. Especially, I mean, I always knew what the harm that it was doing to my hair, like drying it out and all of that. But I didn't care. And I was like, you know what? It's hair. Thankfully, I have in my mind, I had good hair. Irrespective of what I was told that I didn't have good hair. In my mind, I had good hair, and I would just, do whatever I want. I'm like, oh, it'll grow back. I can just shave it off and it'll grow back again, and cut it. And when I would shave it off and the new growth would start coming, and I would take the brush and it would lie down nice and flat. I was like, oh,
So Jill, something interesting, because I know how your hair, you used to style your hair. You were one of the people I figure never had this obsession with having long hair. Like that's another thing that we can discuss. This whole thing that we Black people want to have long hair. Like that is seen as some kind of standard of perfection, like the hair being long. Even men, and we spoke about that one of these days, even men, like, talk about, oh, they want ladies with a long hair, like they like a long hair. I mean, trying to get yourself out of that mind frame too is a whole other journey. Like rocking short hair is a whole area of liberation. And when women can actually do it, it is amazing. Like not being held under this thing of, oh, my hair has to be long and flowing and I have to be able to flip it and nah.
Well, I'll tell you, like the whole short hair thing. I don't know, I was always full of myself, and like irrespective what anybody's opinion, I think my mother was who actually gave us so much confidence.
Mhm.
And I always like, oh, I have like this wrong face, so I think short hair would be perfect on me. And I tried it. Like I remember when Nadia McDowell was the one who cut my hair. Well, actually, I cut my hair years ago when I lived in Canada, like very, very short. I did the short hair thing and then I grew it back out. I did braids and I grew it back out. And then when I went home to Dominica in 2010, it was like, okay, after rocking my hair, a certain length, relaxed hair, all of that. And I guess probably still trying to like, figure out how I want to wear my hair. I was like, you know what? I got so tired. When I found out I was pregnant, I was like, you know what? I do not want to introduce any chemicals to my child.
Okay.
I'm healthy. I'm going to, and that starts with my hair. So I went to and I shaved off my hair. I shaved off my hair while pregnant, like
Wow.
pregnant. And you know, they tell you, oh, your nose get big when you're pregnant. You just think. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to look hideous. That was like my initial mindset.
Yeah.
You know what? I look hideous so good. Like when, and who don't like it, they don't have to watch me. Right. And I studied like wearing my hair short. And then after I had Giovanni, I grew it out and it came back down to my shoulders, like within a space of months, right? And
And
I
also those hormones with pregnancy and after pregnancy, they really help with the hair growth too.
they
So,
do.
yeah, that's
And
a good time for hair growth.
my hair was what I did it grown out, but then I went back to perm because I was like management, having a baby in the morning and you rushing to get to go to work and you're thinking of you have to take how much time. You know how long we take on our natural hair? We take a lot of time. We spend a lot of time on our natural hair, right?
Yeah.
I figured, if I perm it, it's easy to just flip it into a one part. It's easy to just put a little gel or a little thing and we're good to go. And one thing led to another, and I started to see, when you're breastfeeding, the front of your hair starts to drop.
Right.
Front of my hair started to drop, right? And I was like, you see that thing there? Let me go back to my short hair. Let me just, and I just shaved it off, and I remained hair shaved, like constantly cutting my hair for 5 years, like 5 years, 6 years of wearing short hair, and I loved it. I mean, granted, I've been called a dyke. I've been, if I was a lesbian, I've been like, these are from like black men. I remember being in a party once and a black guy, I was dancing with one of my girlfriends, and a black guy came up to me and he's like, are you gay? Are you lesbian? And I was like, why are you asking me that? Like, what kind of question is that? He's like, no, I'm not short hair. You're dancing with a girl. Okay, then.
So there's that stereotype. That's true too. The what maybe I guess Dominicans maybe would call the boycotts, and the stereotype with it. But being able to embrace short hair is so liberating. I remember when I was like in fifth form, I had started relaxing my hair in fourth form. Imagine relaxing my hair was like a big deal where I had to beg my mother. All my other friends were relaxing, and I was like, you know what, I did well. In fourth form. So the prize that I won, and when they ask you what do you want for your achievement, I'm like, to relax my hair. So I start relaxing my hair, and then all my hair starts to drop off. Like literally, my hair was being over processed at that age, and then I had to cut it all off and rock a short haircut in my teens. So it was a whole crazy experience with my short hair at like 16 years old. So we have back Nathasia. She's back.
Nathasia, you can hear us?
Yes.
All right. The
Okay.
struggle is real. The struggle is real. But it's okay. That those things happen. And that's okay. We're here for it. We're here for the ride. We're-
I think her connection
Can you
is
guys see
better,
me?
so that's good. Yeah, we can see you.
don't be flustered. It's okay. It's okay. Deep breath. It's all right. That happens. And if it means we have to get you back on and continue the conversation, we'll do that. Girl, I learned to live in the moment. And in the moment when it's not working out, I'm just like, okay. Right, so don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. So when we got cut off, Trudy and I were talking about our hair journeys, our individual hair journeys, and you know my hair journey because you followed me through it. And Nathasia, Trudy would like to tell you about her hair journey, and I think we'll probably talk more on Trudy's hair journey because she's trying to get rid of the perm and get into the natural hair. But before you tell us about that, just tell us why you got into natural hair.
Okay. It started because of my daughter. She was a preemie, and I didn't want to use any chemical stuff on her. So I started exploring. I started with shea butter, which was the famous one, and I started making my hair cream with mixed with oil. Then I started researching on, the butters that have the real moisturizing properties, and I just went off with it from there. So it all started with my daughter.
Oh
It's
wow,
because of her that I started this.
that's good. That's good. So Trudy, tell her a little bit about your hair.
Right. So what we wanted to do is kind of have you give me a little consultation. You hearing us?
You heard?
I miss you, Trudy. I'm here in
I wa-
jail. I'm not here in Trudy.
you okay? Can you hear me now?
No, she
No.
doesn't seem like she's hearing you.
No, I don't know why not.
That connection, I just want to tell it a whole truth.
I'm here in clear jail. I'm just not here in Trudy.
Oh wow.
Probably.
Jill, you'll have to translate, man.
But translate. Let's go.
Yeah, so I mean, I wanted to know from her in the natural hair transition. Does she feel like just cutting off the perm hair is best, or growing out that until you get some length?
Okay, so she's asking you if she should just cut off the perm. What is
Big
that?
chop.
Chop, do the big chop or grow it out till you get to a certain line.
I, does she know how long is her growth? Because you have to, if you can manage your growth is that long. Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
ready for you're ready for your big chop. Because at that time you can let your hair loose. You'll get your curl pattern. It will be free. You don't have to worry about curling it or putting it in one. That is the time that you get to explore. Use your sponge for curls. Use your little curling ingredients or whatever product that you use. That is the time you get to be free until it reach mid length, and then you have to figure out how to comb it, how to style it. So enjoy it. Now you should do the big chop so you could enjoy the process.
But you see, I like that you say enjoy the process because that will help with your hair esteem. Because with her hair being short, for one, you truly suffer from headaches. So you're not gonna get headaches because your hair is short and it's wild and it's free. You're not gonna get that, right? And then secondly, you either have to force yourself to or get to know your hair and love your hair, right? So to help with your hair esteem.
Yeah. So at that point, she get to know what her texture is. She get to know everything, what works, what doesn't work, how your curl pattern going to be when you put your products in. If it's going to curl, what you need to use. That is the time that you're really gonna see what you have to deal with when it gets longer. How you're going to manage it. So
Next,
now is the time to do your picture.
next question, Trudy.
And it's like, so many people have recommendations, of what to do to grow your hair. So I wanted one of the major things everybody always says straight up, oh, make sure you put plenty castor oil in your hair. So I want to know from her, what is her opinion on the different oils, particularly that whole, okay, castor oil must be in there if you want the hair to grow.
You heard her, Natasha? Okay.
I'm over here in Nigeria.
Sure. So what she's saying that people have this conception, I guess, in their mind that you must put castor oil in your hair for it to grow. What do you think about oils and having these different oils and in terms of the application process? What should she do in terms of helping with her hair growth?
Castor oil is really, really good. That's why people talk about it so much because the moisturizing properties are really, really good. It's like sometimes you can just put castor oil in your hair alone. You don't need to put no other oil, and then you get to detangle. You get to do everything with it. So that's why people boast about it so much. But I mean, there's so many different oils. I mean, it's crazy. Some that people don't even know about, some weird kind of a names, some ancient names, but it have a lot of oils out there. So it's like basically you just have to research based on the hair type, what if you have low porosity or hyper. That is another important thing for you to enjoy your hair journey, knowing like the right type of ingredients that you need because you don't put anything. Some people have problem with coconut oil, for instance. Some people have is the best oil for them, and for some it's not. It's extremely drying for them. So you just have to like I say, as your hair is short, you get to really experience which oils that's going to work. But castor oil is hands on one of the best because it's like you don't need anything. You can just use it by itself and it does the job. So that's why people is boastful about it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's funny you say about coconut oil about the drying aspect of it because I use coconut oil on my skin. People always ask me, what do you use in terms of moisturizer? Coconut oil alone, nothing else. But I can't use it in my hair because and they always tell you whatever is good for your skin is generally good for your hair. I find it dries out my hair. What do you think will be causing that? I mean, Trudy might want to know that as well because she wants to get the right oil for her. What might be causing my relationship with coconut oil to be so different in terms of my skin and my hair?
That I haven't gone so deep in because I don't use coconut oil. I don't because it have quite a like majority of people don't like it. So I just take it off from my hairline because it's drying. But I don't know, Jail, when you put it on your skin, does your skin feel like later on feel dry? Or sometime when you take coconut oil and you rub it, it's different compared to other oils because it dries after it like it absorbs quickly and it feels dry. Do you
I
get?
think that's why I like it on my skin because it absorbs so quickly.
Yeah, so it's like after a while for me my skin feels a little dry because there's some oils I tell you when you really rub it you feel in the moisturizing property for real, but the coconut oil it's different. It feels different on the skin because if you take castor oil for instance and you rub it you feel the lubricant kind of a thing. For coconut oil it's totally different. It doesn't have that slip. The other oils have a slip to it. That is why if you put coconut oil in your hair, you kind of detangle your hair compared to castor oil. That is two big thing. So it's like the castor oil has a little slip in it, like it really really moisturizing. So that's why people think like the coconut oil is a little dry. It's too dry for them because it doesn't have that slip in it.
Jill, I wanted to ask her about moisture.
No question. 1 second, please.
I wanted to ask her about moisturizing. I mean, what I've learned now, like before, when my hair was when I wasn't in this natural hair thing, wetting my hair was like a no. Now everybody says, Jill, even you have told me, buy a spray bottle with your put your water and your leave-in conditioner or whatever, and spray your hair. What I want to know what Natasha feels about keeping your hair moist, wetting your hair. Is that a good thing? Is there anything else to do besides water in terms of keeping the hair moist?
I like that question, Trudy. Trudy wants to know in terms of moisture. There's this thing that you have to put a lot of water in your hair. Keep what is your what do you think about whether or not you should have a lot of add a lot of water keep your hair moist or in terms of keeping your hair dry? What is the difference and why is it necessary to do either? Like in my case, my hair is usually starts off wet, like during the day. Like right now, it's still damp because I use like a spray bottle with conditioner and stuff, and I really like drench my hair down with that with the spray and I find that it gets my curls bouncy, like my curls come alive. What is your take on that? I think I just ruined my hair.
Okay, the thing is that for some people, like it's the same thing we're talking about the porosity. So for the porosity is like how your hair absorb water. So if you have low porosity or high, you have to know what works for you. Some people they put moisturizer now, time tomorrow they are dry, dry, dry. So they have to keep on doing it. Some people they just have to moisturize once and it's done. So you need to know your hair product in order to know how your hair absorb water. So you need to at least like
You the strand test.
the test. There's the test, the
Do you know
low.
what? Do you know what your hair porosity is?
So I tried the strand test. I put a strand in a cup of water for the people who don't know what the strand test. And the hair sank. And I said, okay, so that's high porosity here, right? Because the hair sank right away. However, when I looked at the thing a little later on, I noticed the hair had come back up. So, I mean, it's immediately.
Man.
So she says when she tested it. Well, let me just translate. When she tested her to find out what her hair porosity was, when she put the strand in the water, it sank, and a little while after, it came back up to the top.
So I was like, I was confused.
So I guess she maybe have both because they said once you get to the middle, it's like you have low, you in between, so both works for you. But if you have high porosity, that means you have to wet your hair throughout the week, to keep that moisture on. And if you have low porosity, then you don't need to do that all the time because your moisture is locked in. So it's high porosity that you constantly have to keep moisturizing your hair.
I suspect I really have high porosity because I do have issues with keeping my hair moist. So I'm not sure why that hair popped back up after some time. But like from what I have read, the high porosity seems to be more along what I experience with my hair.
She's convinced that she has high porosity here. Okay, now in Trudy's case, for high porosity here, what would you recommend for Trudy in terms of a daily hair regime? I know you have your own skin and hair care line. So what would you recommend for Trudy to use daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? What regime would you recommend?
She will first of all she will need a good hair moisturizer. You need to get a good hair moisturizer, something that works for your hair type, whatever curl pattern that you have. You will need a moisturizing hair mist. There's so many different hair brands out there, so you choose what works for you. You choose the right hair mist, but you would have to moisture like you would more like use the mist like throughout the week, depending on your hairstyle. But since you're going to do the big chop, it's gonna work easy for you. You can moisturize the
Trudy,
whole your hair and you get it
we need to
going.
make a show out of that. Trudy's big chop. I'm so excited. Continue, sorry.
And then you make sure that you do a deep conditioning because you need to keep your hair moisturized. So you maybe deep condition every weekend or every 2 weeks, to maintain that moisture in your hair. So you make sure you deep condition. You use serum to lock in the moisture during your hair process, your routine, and you need to develop a routine. Some people don't. Some people their hair just grow. They don't need anything. They just do crazy stuff. But some people they need to follow a routine for them to like get the results. Um, for the hair not to get damaged, you need to establish a routine for if you want your hair to really grow. On a Saturday's wash day, you wash. You go through the whole process. Every Saturday, that's what I do. I take that time to deep condition my hair, moisturize my hair, style my hair. The week goes by, and then that's what you do.
Okay, I've developed a routine. I don't. Trudy, you have a routine with your hair yet?
I'm sticking to my, well, I mean, pretty much.
You're on your routine still.
Yes, because I wash on a weekend. I'm utilizing and I alternate between with my oils. Like I utilize after I wash and I put in my leave-in conditioner, then I would utilize, like this weekend I utilized castor oil. Last weekend I did coconut oil because you see, I'm not sure yet which one I really, really, really like. And then I basically twist my hair so that it doesn't get all, like when I detangle, then I twist it like I do, like those old school twists, and put some hairpins in that, and I let it dry, and then that's it. But yeah, we have a question coming up from one of the listeners. She's asking, what is the best shampoo for natural hair?
What is the best shampoo for natural hair? Nathasia is what she's asking.
I can only talk about mine, Trudy. Sorry.
Right. That's
But
right.
I have a moisturizing shampoo, and it's for all hair types. So it doesn't matter if you have natural hair, if you have perm hair, it's for all hair type. I'm not categorize it into any field. And the thing about my shampoo, you can detangle while you wash. So your process is even easier when you come to deep condition, put conditioner. It's like 1 to 3 and you're done.
What
So
makes
it's not
what makes it different though than other shampoos out there? Like besides having the detangling effect on it, because I'll tell you, like I need suds. When I shampoo, I need to feel like it, when you feel like it need to make chim. It needs to make chim for it to be clean.
Gel for my shampoo a little bit goes a long way because it really has. I have like about like 4 different suffocant in my shampoo, so you don't need to use that much. You just can and you gone with it. It spreads. It's my shampoo is just the bomb. And the sleep is important for our hair texture. Once you have sleep in your product, you're good. And the shampoo has a lot of slip. So you don't have to think of, oh, my hair is so hard. Because there's some shampoo, by the time you rinse it out, your hair is like, they say it.
Tet fair.
Yes. But with my shampoo, you actually feel your hair moisturized. It is really moisturized. Like you don't even need to put conditioner. But I'll advise you to put the conditioner because the conditioner has all the good ingredients to get your hair to the next process.
And,
Because
and
they should,
locking in the moisture as well.
yes.
Jill, the listeners are asking, where can they get those products that Nathasia
Nathasia,
made?
I want to know about where your products are available. If they can get it in Dominica, if they can get it worldwide. What people are messaging and asking.
For now, my products are only available online at Sparkle Creation 101 at etsy.com. Before, it was available at Jolly's, but until things get back into motion, it will be available at Jolly's.
Sparkle Creations 101 dot etsy.
Yes,
All right. Just confirm that what you're seeing that's it. Okay.
yes.
So yeah, her products were actually available at Jolly's Pharmacy, but COVID messed everything up, and everybody has to go back to square one in terms of production and all of that stuff, plus shipping and all of that stuff. But you can get it online. Mine is on its way because I want to try it because she speaks so high of the products. You can't help but want to try it, and of course supporting a Dominican and supporting
Right.
Black people. That's great. And one of the things that I did, like I told you, Trudy, one of the things that I do when I watch all who is the manufacturer of the product, and if, for example, Cantu is not a Black manufacturer or even Black owned, it went in the garbage.
So, Jill, unlike you, as I said, I'm going to finish the bottle first because I was using this Cantu thing, and then Jill gave me a whole speech. So I'm going to finish.
But you get my vibe, right? Like, how you know about my hair and you don't even have my hair. How you know about my hair and you don't have any experience in my hair. You know, that's just my way of thinking. Everybody has their own ways of thinking. We're out of time.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Our time went by so quickly. Nathasia, don't worry. We're gonna get you to come on again as you'll be a guest host another time, and we'll just get you. Come on.
And we want to talk about skin too.
We definitely want to do that. We want to talk about skin. Okay. The next time come on. So don't worry about it. I mean, things happen. It's called life. I mean, look at how COVID was, right? like don't let it bother. I know we had a full packed program for you guys here today. We were gonna have a really interesting discussion on here. But that took a different turn, and that's okay. Probably the information that we gave out today meant for a specific person, that specific somebody was waiting to hear that specific information. So we hope that she was able to give you guys some information that you could hopefully incorporate into your hair routine.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jael, for having me.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. We will get you to come on and join us again on the Woman2Woman show. Okay?
Definitely, then, no problem.
All right. Trudy.
Yeah. So I mean, these things happen, and we are always able to flip it, reverse it, and come back with it. But we will bring her back. I mean, we need to
professionals, right?
Yeah. We will bring her back because I also wanted to talk to her a bit about skin, because she also does skincare products. So definitely she's somebody that we will, reach out to again.
Ongoing conversation.
Right.
Yeah, skin is always going to be an ongoing conversation. So
Right.
I don't there'll always be a time that we want to talk about it.
Right. Exactly. So now I have my plan for my big chop, so we will cover it. We will cover it on Woman2Woman. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to braid my hair one more time. So you guys are going to see me with braids for about 3 weeks again. And then at the end of August, that's the game plan. That's when we chop in.
You actually going to go back to school. Like you're waiting for, like, I would chop during the summertime. When
No.
when I can get a time to figure things out, and then do that big chop. I can just imagine like your big afro, like your poof.
Jael, it's all about shock and awe. So we're going to shock and awe them. End of August, we're chopping off that relaxed hair. The relaxed hair that I'm covering right now with some natural hair extensions. We're going to chop it off in August, Jael. So stay tuned. Woman2Woman listeners, stay tuned. Huh?
Women on Woman2Woman are coming up with different lingo. We're gonna have people talking like us pretty soon. Triple F's, chop and awe, hair esteem.
Jael, it's the end of our show. We will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. And hopefully our listeners are ready for another show tomorrow. Jael, somebody saying there's no S at the end of creation. So it's Sparkle Creation 101.etsy.com. All right. So Sparkle Creation 101.etsy.com. That's to access Nathasia's natural hair products. All right. People are telling me I'm going to love that shop. All right, we'll see about that. Jael.
If you're a little Trudy gonna be like, bye. What I do then, huh? Get some hair esteem, Trudy.
Coming up.
After these messages. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.